Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Outlanders. We're up to episode 10. We've hit double digits and we're starting things off back in our base where we haven't actually made much progress since the last time we did our episode. Now we still got ourselves the sort of working Guardian farm. It is very slowly pumping out Guardians, and you can see they're still pushing against the water streams and they're still going into the middle. And they're still hopefully being killed by the magma down here. It's still very slow. I did install a viewing window over here, which took quite a bit of time, but I think they are slowly going through. If we check here, we can see there's a bit more cod. I have been regularly taking out the sea things that they drop. The prismarine crystals and shards, I think they're called. So that is a little bit of a concern that it's not working very well. But that's not the main thing that we're going to be doing today. As happens on many servers like these, there are the occasional disputes that are going on, and someone has very kindly built a courthouse which we have to now go to. Now don't worry, we're not in any trouble, but we've been asked to act as the judge for a upcoming case, I think we can call it. So let's just head over there now, if I can remember which way it is. I think it is this way. I did see it when I was flying around earlier, trying to get some more ice especially. So if we go this way, we should soon come across it. And just before everyone else gets here, I think we should slip into something a little bit more comfortable, a suit. So if we just take off the armor, we can see we've got ourselves a nice blue suit with a helmet, with a tie and my helmet on top, so it should be okay to meet up with people. Okay, please stand for the judge, who's wearing a nice suit. Okay, so I have no idea what the case is, so would one of you like to enlighten me? Just one of you. We'll start with Robbie. Okay, thank you, Robbie. Please go. As he slowly types. He's going, yes, clearly you're going to court against him for animal abuse. Okay. And what? So just animal abuse and human trafficking. Human trafficking. So you accuse him of, what was it? Animal abuse and human trafficking. We'll start with you, Robbie. What exactly has he seen, or have you seen? You have evidence of him. TikTok. Putting his animal in a 2x2. We might have to go and see this, or do you have a picture for me? Okay, so you said these things. Let's go. We're going to have a Discord thing. I'll be able to put this into the video. Alright, so I can see a picture of Lobo's supposed crimes. And, interesting. Robbie, what would you say that if I happened to be flying over your base and seen similar things happening? Interesting, huh? So, you've entered the animal abuse case. What about human trafficking? You're going to send a picture to me, I hope? Getting the pictures. This is how we do it. This chicken has no place in a court.
Why is there a sign? There's a sign here. Why? I bought them.
Interesting. Saying they're his slaves, talking within chat. Interesting. So, but you don't have any actual. You just have words. Is that true? Yes. Okay. Lobo, what do you have to say? Oh wait. Lobo, what do you have to say about it?
Well, where do we start?
Where do we start? Well, you need to answer the charges of being a human trafficker and an animal abuse. Oh.
Yeah. The animal abuse. That's just in a wolf's habit. I can't do anything about it.
A wolf, yes, but your name doesn't say wolf. It just says something that doesn't mean the same thing in English. Unless dirty means wolf in English.
Lobo is wolf.
So you're saying it's okay because it's in your name, so I can start swooping everyone because I'm a magpie.
What?
So you're saying because your name is Wolf, you can start attacking sheep and things like that?
Yes.
Interesting.
No. Look, I am a wolf. You don't see
are
that?
the wolf. And Robbie, what would you have to say to that? He attacks on villages and llamas. Well, he brought a llama to the court, so...
I did. I didn't.
And what do you have to say about the human trafficking or villager trafficking?
I give them a home. They were unemployed. They didn't have any work, no future, and I gave them a future.
You gave them a future. So you're improving the lot of the villagers. What does Robbie have to say about that? In 1x1 space only. What do you have to say to that?
They have a nice big.
But so you're admitting to villager trafficking or villager enslavement.
No. They just work for me.
They work for you. So you're trafficking. So basically, he's admitted to villager trafficking. But animal enslavement, I've definitely seen pictures. Do they get paid daily?
I don't. They don't have work yet. I'm gonna give them vacation first.
Do villagers even need food and water? Robbie? Oh, sorry.
Aggressive.
Yes. Do you give your villagers food and water? Yes. Interesting. Let me think about this. Is there any closing remarks, Robbie? Or wait a minute, what's that? What's that in your hand, Robbie? I saw something. I saw vegan beef. Right. Would you care to submit a sample? This is going way off script for a normal. Right, a feather. That's not going to help your case. So you must have killed a chicken for this. Vegan beef. This is not what I saw. Well, I'm going to have to consider this, aren't I? Interesting. Well, I'm going to retire and think about this and stay on the line. I'll be back soon. Everyone please stand for the court. Well, it was an interesting case. Robbie did present quite a few things, and Lobo basically admitted to human trafficking, but he did say he gave them food and water. Now, there is nothing in the laws of Minecraft or of this server saying that you can't human traffic or you can't put animals. No, there isn't. And given I'm the server admin, I can do what I like, basically. And so I'm going to say Lobo is indeed guilty of human trafficking and of animal abuse, but there is no punishment. There's no punishment because that's in the rules. It's in the games. You can have your vegan beef back, and we can even reverse the role. I could bring you to court for doing the same thing, Robbie. So, there.
I'm eating bread. I'm not eating meat or fish.
So, thank you very much for coming. I'm going to see you. I'm hoping to not see you in court again. Goodbye. You are kidding me, Mirror. You are kidding me indeed. What the... I have just been tagged. Now, shouldn't have said that. But no, no! That is annoying. Now, last episode I said I was going to be working on this thing and trying to figure out why it's not working as efficiently as it could, and I think I've cracked the code. Now, the guardians only seem to spawn when I'm looking down these things, or when I'm reasonably close, or at least on this platform. Now, if I'm standing right here, only a couple of these are going to spawn, so what it looks like I have to do is to move up and down this thing. Now, of course, I want to be able to AFK at this thing, so I need to be able to stand around and not actually actively move. And so what I'm thinking is, as you can probably guess already, a rail that will do that for me. So if I put some down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So if I do something like this, it should give me enough power to go all the way round and round, and then I'm going to have to build up something to protect me from all the hostile mobs that are going about. Alright, so it's time to test this theory out. Now I also need to make sure that this is going to give me enough power to cycle all the way around my guardian farm. So if I'm looking like this at these things, hopefully there's going to be some guardians spawning. There's one down there, and that one over there. Nothing, 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 nothing. This is going to get repetitive. Nothing, nothing. And there's one there, so maybe not. Oh, there we go. Good. Working. That one's not working. Not working. It looks to be... this thing overall looks to be working, but I'm not certain I've got the right idea for this. So we might need to do a little bit more testing to see if this thing is actually going to work. I've been doing a bit of reading and following. I've been doing quite a bit of reading as to the mob caps of Bedrock, and it turns out that I've been doing this thing entirely wrong. What I really need to do is send them to the Nether, because if I'm reading this correctly, the mob cap is 8 for these kind of monsters. So we have 1, 2 at the moment, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. And then if we come along here, I think there's another 2 down here. There's none there. There's 7. And there should be an 8th one around here somewhere. Maybe. I'm not entirely certain if I've got that right, but if there's 8 indeed, that means that we need to find a way to kill them quickly, which might mean our idea of having a XP farm isn't going to work. So that's going to be a bit of a pity, so we're going to have to figure out a new way to do all this thing. And since the thing isn't going to work anyway, I think I might need to start tearing it down and figuring out the new one. So, quite a bit of progress. I'm really sad that this thing isn't going to work, because I really should have done a bit more research. I was sort of expecting the Guardian spawners to be somewhat similar to Java, but unfortunately we're on Bedrock, and Bedrock is quirky, to say the least. However, before I rip this entire thing out, there is one more thing I do want to check. I do want to make sure that Guardians can spawn if there is a solid block somewhere above them. I'm pretty sure they can, but I just need it confirmed. So if I do this, and let's make it this, let's do a few around them as well. So let's go like this, and put these solid blocks there, so it's completely dark, because that is going to be important for our strategy later. If we completely cover that, and then go off in a certain direction and come back, there should hopefully be guardians spawning there. If there aren't, well, we might need to think our entire base plans, because somewhere along these quadrants, I do want to put other things. So that didn't appear to work. We might need to do a bit of testing, we might need to fly around, but we'll definitely be checking to make sure that is going. So let's do a fly, keep flying, and come back in. That is the only water source in the area, so that should be spawning something. And no, okay. That doesn't look to have worked. Interesting. So what if I put a light in there? Turns out putting a light in here wouldn't have worked, but I did do a bit of testing because I couldn't work out why blocks or water sources under here would work when there wasn't this bit here. So blocks. This is obviously obstructed from the sky, so I couldn't work out why this was spawning, but everything else was not. So I believe it's because that the sky axis, these blocks need to be above where the guardians can spawn, and every time I was putting a block here, this is where a guardian could spawn, so it was blocking access for the guardian to spawn. So I think that is something, which may or may not mean that I've been doing this entirely wrong, but I'm pretty certain that there's a guardian mob cap of 8, so I might need to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. Anyway, so we're just going to continue ripping this out and going for a different design that we're going to show next episode, and go up. Good. However, I think I'll do the rest of the demolishing and rebuilding of the Guardian farm in a future episode. You may note that I've got a significantly more levels than I did before, and the reason for that is I've been doing quite a bit of AFK fishing in an attempt to repair these things. Now, I didn't record a clip when I first came out of this, because I forgot to take off all my armor and all that, and actually press record. But you can see there my fortune pickaxe, which I'm holding, is slowly getting a little bit more XP, and I think I'll switch over to the silk for this one. Yep, that was good, that one's gone, and there we go. So it's not fully repaired, but they're a lot more repaired than they were. So if I get rid of these fishing rods, and then I can make the rest into some kind of thing, and I really shouldn't make sure not to click the window on this. I also set a whole lot of fish to smoke as well, or to cook, so hopefully this should fully repair my pickaxes, and then I can get onto the Guardian Destruction project in the next couple of episodes. So this is actually turning out to be quite a good experience thing here. And of course now I can get rid of my fish in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got too much fish, of course, but never mind that, we should have enough room elsewhere. Game is putting a lot of trust in me. I am still tagged, and he knows that, and yet he's right here with me. I could tag him, can't tag him actually, because I'm still in the same episode, but yeah, it's funny the amount of trust he puts into me. Now, before we finish off today's episode, there's a few more things I do want to do. I want to move all of these enchanted books over to the shopping district, and I do want to get myself a couple more books out of my shop, because I want to get myself a new trident or two. So let's dump this across. I did look in my books, and I don't think there's the ones I need here, so best not get rid of that one. So yes, let's get this stuff over to the shopping district, put it away, and get our new books, because I do want to make myself a couple more tridents, I think it was I said. Now I've left these two down here because they are mending ones, and I do want to keep those. I've only had about 8 or so mending books come out of my fish farm with about probably about a day's worth of AFKing in total, so that's not the best. I've just come out on the other side of the shopping district, and wowee, this place is starting to look good. There's quite a number of places popping up, and this fountain in the middle is really showing off. I wonder what this shop is. Welcome to the Lazy Grinder. Please rest the chest in the book. Okay, so what do we do? So if we don't want to gather resources, Mirror will do it for us. So you pay when the box is ready. So it looks like it'll be a good thing. Interesting. So we might take use of that at some point in the future, but I don't think we need that quite yet. This one is such a good book. It's a bit of a shame to sell it for so low, but looking at it all, I really don't know which one to go. It's luck, it's got lure, it's got sharpness. I have a feeling I actually combined quite a few books with this one, but sharpness 4 I think for this one would be best. It's quite a pity because it also has nothing else that can go in the sword. Its best one is really the fishing rod, but oh well. I also made a handy profit while I was in here, 16 diamonds, which is quite a bit. I really should start spending in other places as well to keep the economy going. Now, I did want to get myself a trident, and I wanted to get myself not a impaling one, but a loyalty. No, not loyalty. Quick charge should be over there. Knockback. Quick charge is a trident. I thought it was a crossbow one. Looks like I've made a slight mistake there, but never mind. we can keep on with that. Okay, trident. So I want not impaling, I want riptide. And it seems along the line I've made that. That's impaling there. So I want riptide, I need mending and unbreaking if I can find it. Sure, I've got a mending one here somewhere. Mending, doesn't look like I've got mending in there. And riptide, can that go up to 3? It might, I might need to check that. So anyway, I'll get to gather up the books I need, and then hopefully make it back to my base and find stuff to put it together. Just going through the portal, I discovered yet another store over here, and I believe this is Storm's one, and it looks like it is indeed hers, because she seems to set up a stone shop every single season, and this is certainly one of the more popular shops, at least for me last season. I definitely bought a whole lot of things from this shop. I'm not sure I'm going to be patronizing it as much this time around, but we'll see how we go. And let's get our enchantments done. I did start combining the books. Now I've got a decision to make. I can either do this one, or I can do this one. That's 32 and 12, so I would need 44 levels, and I only have 33. So I think I'll do the Riptide one, because that's a little bit better for me. I just need to go repair it somehow, but that is the one I'm going to do. And this one, sadly, is going to have to wait till next episode, because unfortunately, I've run out of time for today. So if you have liked this episode, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and all that, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.